Yeah.
You guys are the judges.
Yeah.
Alright, is my timer ready?
Yes.
Alright, let's begin. Life without a purpose is like a body without a soul. Tanzine Hamid. This quote shows that without a purpose, we are just aimless creatures that mean nothing. When we find our purpose, we find our very soul. Hi, my name is Jasper Messenbrink, and I am for the resolution rescuing great cultural and artistic achievements from theft or destruction is worth risking one's life. Observation 1, definitions. Art. Works produced by human creative skill and imagination. Source oxforddictionary.com. Cultural achievements. Something accomplished, especially by superior ability, special effort, great courage, by a person or culture. Adapted by dictionary.com. Adapted from. Risking. Exposure to the chance of injury or loss, a hazard or dangerous chance. Source dictionary.com. Life. The existence of an individual, human being, or animal. Source google.com. Purpose. The reason for which something exists or is done, made, used, etc. Source Google. Observation 2, value. My value in this debate is life. Observation 3, criterion. Having a significant purpose to live for. Observation 4, contentions. Contention 1. Knowing the value of art and artifacts gives one a significant purpose to live for. The Monuments Men are a group of men that risk their lives to save many pieces of art and culture originating in ancient Germany and Europe from the destruction of the Nazis, not for their own self-gain, but to preserve that art for centuries to come. Quote, the thought came back to him as it often did. To save the culture of your allies is a small thing. To cherish the culture of your enemy, to risk your life and the life of other men to save it, to give it all back to them as soon as the battle was won. It was unheard of, but that was exactly what Walker Hancock and the other Monuments Men intended to do. Source: The Monuments Men, Allied Heroes, Nazi Thieves, and the Greatest Treasure Hunt in History by Robert M. Edsel. The Monument Men knew the value of these precious artworks and gave its purpose meaning to their lives to rescue them. There were 345 Monuments Men, and, quote, about a dozen Monuments Men braved the front lines to track, locate, and recover looted objects. Their work was dangerous. 2 Monuments Men were killed in combat while protecting works of art. While only a few died, they all risked their lives for a significant purpose. Contention 2. Keeping the connection to the past alive gives one a significant purpose to live for. Palmyra was an ancient city in Syria that contained many historical artifacts which were acquired and kept safe by Khalid al-Assad for 40 years in a museum which he developed. On May 19, 2015, quote, ISIS killed Khalid because he was honest and loved Palmyra, and he was devoted to it and refused to leave till his last breath. Khalid Assad's life had a significant purpose because he risked his life and died saving the artifacts in Palmyra. Contention 3. Not having to restart civilization gives one a significant purpose to live for. 2 things were done primarily by the Irish during the 5th and 6th centuries. First, they carefully copied and preserved books that fell into their hands. Latin literature would have been lost without the Irish. Furthermore, as historian Thomas Cahill points out in his national best-selling book, How the Irish Saved Civilization, quote, there would have perished in the West not only literacy, but all the habits of mind that encourage thought. Second, they established monasteries all over Europe and were devoted to preaching, teaching, and ministering to the local populations. These 2 activities point out the way for Christians to take dominion over the future. Skellig Michael is a monastery located off the coast of Ireland on a steep, rocky, treacherous precipice jutting out of the sea, where the Catholic monks escaped from the dangers of medieval Europe to live a devoted life to God. Living in this location had daily environmental dangers, as well as threats of raids from Vikings. In 823 AD, the monastery was attacked and much of the people and copies of Grey literature were destroyed, including the monk whom the location is named after, Skellig. As a result, some monks were kidnapped and taken back to Norway as slaves, where they eventually converted their captors and established Christianity in that nation. Skellig lived and died for a purpose greater than himself, to preserve Western cultural and Christianity. Thank you, and now I'm ready for cross-examination.
Are the judges ready? Is the timer ready?
Yes.
Could you please restate your criterion for me?
Yes, my criterion is having a significant purpose to live for.
Okay. And what is, in your opinion, a significant purpose to live for?
Art and cultural achievements.
Okay. Could you expand on why that's a significant reason for you to live?
Because without risking our life for anything else, we don't have a purpose. So, and art and culture is what makes up our life. So that's what we should risk it for. That's why we should risk it.
So you're saying that art and culture is the purpose of life?
That's a purpose to life, yes.
Okay. Could you also restate your first criterion for me?
Yes, knowing the value of art and artifacts gives one a significant purpose to live for.
Okay, thank you. So why do you believe your value is the most important?
Because life is what I don't know.
Thank you. That's all. Okay, I'm gonna use prep time.